Hey guys and girls, I'm hungry, so figured I'd make something to eat and I'll show you guys how I do it. I think I did this before, but I think I lost the video, so I think we're gonna make some chicken fried deer. So it'll be real short and sweet, down and dirty, very few ingredients. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, first and foremost, never mind this mess. You're going to need some flour, some kind of seasoning. I like to use Old Bay, so that's what we'll be using today. Copious amounts. And we'll get that all mixed up. Something's in there. Just get that all mixed up in the flour. That gives it a little bit of flavor. You can throw some black pepper in here, which I think we're going to do, and maybe a little powdered garlic, which is somewhere. Where's the garlic? There it is. Very good. Technical difficulties. We'll go ahead and put some of that in there. And yeah, a little more all day. This flour by itself isn't that flavorful, so go ahead and mix that up. And set that to the side. We do have to fill up our pot here with some Earl. So let's go ahead and do that. About that much. Fired up, and that leads us to the venison. You could use steak for this too if you wanted to. So let me set this down. I'll get the venison out and we'll get it cut up, and I'll show you what we do next. Got some tenderloin. We're going to be using that today, and if you're not familiar with what the tenderloin is, it's that bit of muscle on the underside of the spine. So on the back of the animal is the back strap. If you think of the other side of the spine, behind the, I guess behind the organs and such, that runs along the inside of the spine at the base of the ribs is the tenderloin. And it's probably the best cut of meat on the animal, whether it's a deer, cow, whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and it's kind of hard for me to do this one-handed, but we're basically going to cut this into small pieces. And then we're going to drop it in our flour, get it all floured up. Then we're going to go back into, I've just made a egg wash, just some egg and milk, and then back into the flour, and then into the oil. That's pretty simple. So I'm going to go ahead and get these cut up and show you what it looks like once we get it in there. So stick around. Venison cut up into pieces about that thick, about that big. All right, we're just going to stick all those in there. All right, we're going to get rid of this. Our sink. We're going to go ahead and make sure this is on here nice and tight. And we're just going to shake it up. Okay. There we go. So our venison is all coated. All right, it's going to go in here and then back in here for a second shake. So if you have a colander or something that you could shake these out and get all the excess flour back in, that would be great. If not, it's no big deal. Just makes life a little easier. I mean, of course, it's one more piece of something to clean, but whatever, man. So we'll go ahead and get all these in there. And the idea of coating them in the flour first is it makes it stick better once it gets wet. So I'm just sticking them in there, making sure I've got everything. I don't want to forget any of those in here because Tenderloin's actually pretty expensive. So we're just using our filthy hands. And you can see it's getting pretty sticky. So we'll go ahead and we'll throw them back in there. And just like that. If you don't like getting the stuff all over your hands, I suggest using gloves. If you want to, because this stuff it's flour and it will stick to your hands, and you know, it becomes a bit of a pain to get off. All right, so let me wash my disgusting hand, and then we'll shake it back up and get it ready for the oil. Okay, so just like Elvis, our venison is all shook up. We're going to check our oil, which has been going for a while. So the way to check to see if our oil is ready is we can take a toothpick, and if it starts to bubble, it means you're pretty good. If you don't have a toothpick laying around, you can use a piece of pasta. Pasta will work. And if you don't have one of those, just stick your face in there. Don't do that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take our venison, drop it right in the oil. Okay. You want enough oil in there. Make sure that you basically cover it. Okay. Try not to foul the oil by adding too much. I'm getting too much flour in there, but what can you do, eh? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add the rest of these incrementally. Once they're done, we'll go ahead and take them out and show you what we do from there. Alright, so stick around. My happy plate. This has been going for about 10 hours. And by 10 hours, I mean about 7.5 minutes. Gave me a chance to throw some stuff in the dishwasher. And we're just going to go ahead and see where we are. Okay, and that's pretty much done did. Alright, some of these are a little darker than others, and that's because they sat in here longer. Whoops. Pretend that didn't happen. They sat in here a little longer than the others. These are about done. So we'll go ahead and let those all sit there. We'll drain them out. And then that will take us to our next step. So, stick around. All right, we're done. Nice and crispy. Got some hot sauce. This stuff is pretty good. Tasty beverage. You can get these little bowls. You can just steal them. Steal them from Chili's or Applebee's, wherever. They want you to take them. They do. Otherwise, they wouldn't fit in your pocket. Anyway, just make sure they're empty before you take them. So, a little bit of hot sauce. Good stuff. So, I'm going to go eat now. Drink my beer. And you guys have to go because I got to eat. And also my daughter's going to come down and probably house the rest of this. So, tried to be quick about it. A little informative. Give it a shot. I mean, this stuff is, it's these knees. It's the cat's ass. Right? Catch you guys on the next one. It's so good. I'm hot. Very good.